Hey guys, welcome back to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see from the title, today we are doing my yearly empties. I am still under the weather. I'm basically 90% back to normal. I just still have all this congestion that I'm trying to get out, and it's becoming a task, like an all-day task. So if you hear me nasally, that's the reason why. And my face still hurts, so I can't even put on makeup. Like my face actually hurts. My eyeballs, I wake up red. Anyway, you're not here for that. I am here to give you guys at least one more video for the end of the year. I'm hoping to get one more because I do have one more that I wanted to film, but because I fell sick, I never got a chance to film it. So I am here to share with you guys my 2025 makeup empty. So if you're interested to see what our total was, how much I used up, let's get to it. Now, typically, I'm going to just set the tone for you guys. I am going to break it down per category, and I will tell you the total per category like I've done in the past. I'll put all the numbers up on the screen just in case you can't understand me speaking, because sometimes I don't even understand what I'm saying with all the medicine that I've been on. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get with the first category. All right, I zoomed you guys in. First category is concealer. So this is the only concealer I finished this year. This is about, I would say, my third or fourth bottle of this concealer that I've finished ever in my life, and I did a pretty good job at finishing most of it. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear. I did not repurchase it because I have intentions of trying out the other new MAC concealers that are out. So this in total for this category was $31. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that this concealer is $31 now. I remember when I paid like $21 for it. How prices have gone up. Cream bronzers, I finished up two of them. So I finished up a Merit Clay. This one I really did like. This was sent to me in PR. I finished most of it. I don't dig out my products, you guys. If I were a typical consumer, I would not be digging out my products. Honestly, I would just use them up unless like I really loved it or it was discontinued. But this is a really nice one. I wouldn't repurchase it just because it's too slippery for my oily skin, but I did like it. So I did finish this one off, as well as Nude Sticks Bondi Bay or Bondi Bell. I love this one. I do already have a second one of this one. And I did dig this one out because I loved it that much, but I go through these rather quickly. I'm surprised. The blushes take me a little longer, obviously, because I'm not using as much, but these bronzers, I went through that, I think in like 4 months. So that's pretty quick for me considering that I want to find a cream bronzer that doesn't go too fast, but it's not so warm. So that's my task. Anyway, the total for this cream bronzer category was $65 used. All right, next category is eyebrow gel. This is the only eyebrow gel I used. I already have another one to replace this because I went ahead and bought the one that I really wanted. So this one in total was $12 for this category. I really like this one. The extra hold one, this is just a regular hold. The extra hold one is my favorite one out of this. Next category up is eyeliners. So for this one, I only finished one eyeliner up, and this category is pretty tough for me. This one was a beautiful eyeliner. I love Makeup Forever eyeliners. This is the M10. They don't make it like this anymore where it's like a roll up kind of situation. So in total, I was able to figure out that this was about $26. It makes sense. I'm pretty sure they went up in price at this point. Up next is foundations. I am the type of person that basically finishes up 2 foundations a year. I think that that's reasonable. And I like that because I kind of have like a winter spring shade and then a summer fall shade, and that's exactly what happened here. So I normally aim for 2 foundations. I think that that's pretty reasonable unless something is really used up and I go to use it, then I could get a third one in. But this year I finished off my Lancome Tint Idol. I know that this is the older formula, and I was in the color 260 Bisque Neutral. I love this foundation. I already have it, so I already have my summer shade in this one. I love this foundation. This was my first high-end foundation and I bought, like, that was very bougie, and I fell in love with it. So I will always have this one in my collection, I feel. I love that one a lot. And then the other one was my NARS Pure Radiant Tint Moisturizer. Again, I love this one. This one gave me coverage, but it's not so full coverage like the It Cosmetics one, but it still gave me this beautiful radiance to my skin. It was so beautiful. And you get a lot in here. Oh my gosh, this took me forever to finish. I didn't think it was going to take me this long. So in total for this category, I used up $102. All right, so for my next category, I'm going to show you a picture because I don't see it in my box. I don't know what happened to it, but I did end up using my Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. That is a total of $6 in powder highlighter that I used up. I have no clue where it went. I have a feeling that one of my kitties took it out of my box and was playing with it, and now I have no clue where it went. So just know that for highlighter, I used up one, and that was my Wet n Wild Precious Petals. Lip gloss is the next category, and I ended up finishing 4 lip glosses this year. I'm sorry, I keep moving the desk. Okay, so for lip gloss, I ended up using 4 lip glosses this year. This is a very proud moment for me because I love the fact that I'm getting the hang of using lip products. Haven't gotten there with the lipsticks, but I'm hoping to get there at some point. But lip glosses, this is what I ended up using. Most of my lip gloss empties I tape because they drip. After I use them up, they end up like dripping because I do not take out the stopper. And nowadays, most lip glosses are like lip oils. So let's start out with the first one. This was the Hard Candy Glosstopia Lip Repair Oil in Berry Divine. Beautiful. I have quite a few of these left in my collection, and I love these. I go through these rather quickly, so I could finish quite a few of these in a year, but I like to rotate. So this is the first one I finished off. Then I did use the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss in Sweet Cotton Candy. These are really nice. My daughter loves these, so she kind of steals these from me. So this is one of those few ones that she did not take from me, but I really did enjoy it. I love the formula. Again, I don't take out stoppers out of lip glosses, so you might see a little bit in there, but to me, that's like backwash, so I'm good. Then I used up the Anastasia. This one was a full size. All these have been full sizes, by the way. These are not any deluxe sample size. This is in the Glass Crystal Lip Gloss. This was a clear lip gloss. I love the formula of this. I believe this came in a kit at some point because I know I have a lip liner that came with this. This one is a beautiful formula. I really loved it, and it was a quick and easy one, and I used most of it up out of here, so that's the third one. And then this is my most proudest panning thing that I've done this year, and this is my Tom Ford Disclosure Gloss. This is a Gloss Luxe. It's in a red, and as you guys can see right through the windowing, it is completely gone. Very high-end, very heavy lip gloss. I loved every bit of it. This was sent to me in PR. Absolutely adored it. I did look this up, and oh my gosh, because I had to look it up for my empties. This is still available, and they have other shades, but this is a whopping $62. This lip gloss is $62. I cannot believe that this is $62, but I will tell you, it is a luxury, 100%. I loved every second of it. If I didn't have as much lip products, and I don't have a lot of lip gloss, I would get one of these in like a nude shade that I would use all the time because it is beautiful. But then again, I did get over 100 uses out of this. I will tell you guys that. I did get over, I would say about like a good 130 uses to use this up. So that isn't too bad, So anyway, in total, I used up $115 worth of lip gloss right here. And that's mainly coming from here. That is more money than my foundations, you guys. All right, guys, so these are all the mascaras I used this year. Only one of them was full size, and at this point, they're all deluxe sample size. I normally have like a base number that I would put these at. I just decided to do $10 per mascara because of inflation. I used to do $5, but at this point, the ridiculous amount of money that makeup has become, I wouldn't be surprised if these were sold. They would sell these little minis for $10 because they're higher end mascaras. So I put these all at $10 because that's just how it is. So in total, I have 7 in here, $70 worth of mascara. I think this one's $10. I can't remember if it was 7 or, but anyway, the only full size is the extender, e.l.f. extender. This is my holy grail for my lower lash line. I already have backups of this. I already purchased this. So I'm already currently using this one. So I loved it one. It Cosmetics has always been one of my favorites. This Ray-Ban, this one was really good. I really enjoyed it. Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. I love this one. I actually had another one. I gave it to my sister. The Kush Mascara by Milk. This was also a beautiful one. This isn't my first time using it, so I love that one. The Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. Again, I love this one. The NARS Climax is a hit or miss. This time around, I wasn't a biggest fan of it. So these are all the mascaras I use, you guys. Sometimes it takes me a while to use up a mascara if I'm using full sizes. Right now, I'm currently using 2 full-size ones, and it's taken me a while. But these sample size ones take me a little bit less time to use. So in total, $70 worth of mascara. All right, powder. So for powder, I ended up using 3. I ended up using 3 powders, 1 full size. The other ones are deluxe sample size. But let me tell you, these deluxe sample sizes took a while for me to finish. Let me tell you. So the first one is this Polite Society one. This is their Universal Translucent. They sent this in a kit for me to try out, and I loved it. They actually sent me the full size. Really enjoy this powder, and I'm gonna keep this component because I can probably fill it. I can open this up and fill it in with other powder. I think I can do that. I don't know. But this was a beautiful one. I really enjoyed every bit of it, and it does blur really nicely. And then this is the mini size of this one. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent. I took out the stopper out of here. These I like to keep for like cream products, and then I can travel with them. So I do like these mini size for that reason, but I finished that up. And then I ended up finishing my last translucent in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. And I haven't repurchased it. I'm debating between the original or the blurring one. So I haven't decided yet. I've gone through so many of these already. This is not my first one. It's been a repurchase over and over. So I'm happy to say that I finished all 3 of these. And for the powders, I also based them off of $10 because you guys know things are expensive. So in total, I used $63 worth of powder. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot one more mascara that I did end up using. This was the Polite Society. And I forgot to add it in here. So technically I used up $80 worth of mascara. So this one I did like. I didn't like it at first, but I did like. So just a heads up, this is 8 mascaras I used up, not 9, not 7. Setting sprays. So here are my 3 setting sprays. I do have a MAC Fix Plus. This was actually glass, you guys. They send these in glass. I based this off of $5, not 10, because I thought that was more reasonable. I did get like about five makeup uses out of this one, and I do have a few more. So I like these for travel. These are actually pretty good, and the spritzer really does get you. So I ended up using one of these. I ended up using the So Natural All Day Tight Makeup Setting Fix. This was sent in PR. This is a K-Beauty brand. I liked it, not loved it. It's okay. And then last but not least, I used the Old School Urban Decay All Nighter. This was the one that got replaced. You know, the whole entire drama for it. So I ended up using this all up, you guys. And now I have the new one here. In total, I ended up using $55 worth of setting spray. Wow. Sometimes saying these things out loud is very mind-boggling because writing it down is one thing, but saying it is another. One eyeshadow stick I used up this year. This was the Nude Sticks Rustique eyeshadow stick. There is a plastic there, so that's where it ended here. I love this one. I actually already have this one again in my life because I loved it that much. This one in total was 27 bucks. 27 bucks, you guys. Wait for a sale for most of this stuff, seriously. Lip liners. I ended up using 4 lip liners this year. This was a pretty good year for lip liner. Last year I didn't use that much, but this year I wanted to use some of my older ones. Not that most of mine are older because I did replenish most of my collection last year. So let's start out with the first one. This was my oldest one. This was a True Friction one. This was in the color Deep Nude. This was sent to me by a friend from Canada, so I ended up using this one up. Then I ended up using the ColourPop BFF. This was my second one, and I can't even get it out. Second one, the only 2 that I've ever purchased from ColourPop are these 2 shades, the BFF color. I bought 2 of them. I used both of them up, and I will never buy another ColourPop lip liner. They're a beautiful formula. I just can't stand the components, so I'll never buy those again. Then I had the Essence, ooh, I took out the sharpener. The Essence Cinnamon Spice one. I ended up using this completely up. I already have a backup of this. I really love the Essence lip liners. They're really good for the drugstore. And the same thing goes for Hard Candy. This is in the color Perfect Match. I did not like the shade. I don't have this shade again, but I do like to keep this for the brush itself. So this is something that I used up that was sent to me in PR. I am already almost done with another one of this one. In total for lip liner, I ended up using $23 worth of lip liner. Last but not least, I used up one eye primer. This was the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. I already have a new one of this one. This is my Holy Grail favorite. I believe this is $32, so I used up $32 worth of eye primer. I did not spend $32, you guys. This went up in price since I purchased it last year. I'm not going to lie to you because I remember paying 20-some dollars for it last year. Huh. But I always get this on sale, you guys. Wait for MAC to get 30% off, 40% off. You'll never pay full price. I promise you guys. They always have a lot of sales, and it's just not during Black Friday or the holiday season. They always have sales throughout the year. Two more things that I wanted to include here because I always forget to include these every year. I noticed this. So I did use up a whole cream highlighter in my Natasha Denona palette here. I ended up using this cream highlighter right over here. So because this is technically a full-size product, I'm basing this off of $25. If I were to buy this on its own, it'll probably cost me more. But I'm going to say 25 bucks because I'm sure Natasha Denona's cream highlighters will probably go for like a good 35, 40. But I'm going to say $25. I used up $25 worth of a cream highlighter this year. So I used that up. Same goes for my Tarte. This was a Tarte face palette that I have. I ended up using the bronzer. And if I were to purchase this bronzer, because it is full size, I would probably pay $25 for it. Actually more, probably $29, $30, $32 for a bronzer from Tarte. But I'm going to base it off of 25 bucks. So I used up a whole entire bronzer for $25. So that way, you guys, because last year I forgot to put in my NARS one. The year before that, I forgot to put my MAC one. Every year I use up something in a face palette, and I always forget to do it. So I did put it in this year. So these are included in my empties. So here are my empties for 2025. In total, I ended up using 34 products. I hope I counted that right. Some of you guys might correct me for that. And as far as monetary, I ended up using up $687 worth of makeup. This is actually very surprising for me considering that this year I did not do Project Pans the whole entire year. I ended up introducing a Project Pan mid-year and it was only one with about 6 products. So I can't say that Project Pan helped me out. I would say that this is probably something realistic for me in my life, how I use makeup, how I enjoy makeup. This is the first year that I get to see exactly how I would use my makeup without project panning, without forcing it, without having to try to use up products. This is just me naturally reaching for what I wanted and wanted to use up. I didn't do a pan that face palette and I ended up using up 2 things out of a face palette. I didn't put any foundation, like I didn't do much of this. Like a lot of these you didn't see in project pans. It was just me using them. So this was a good experiment for me to see how much truly do I use up? How much truly should I not even be spending on makeup? Because this is what I would use. This is, yeah, 1 eyeliner, 1 brow gel, 2 foundations, maybe 1 or 2 cream bronzers, 4 lip glosses seem about right, 4 lip liners, 1 full-size powder with a few thrown in there, 1 eye primer. This is a realistic empties for me. Now, obviously, next year I will be doing project pans, so things might be a little bit different. I'm trying to keep the mindset of just using things naturally and not forcing it or slapping on the makeup in heavy quantities just to get things done. I want to still have that mindset of what I'm doing when concealer. Like, I am very proud of myself for this. I didn't break 1,000 and I'm okay with that because it's also based on the products you purchase. Like, obviously this is going to be expensive. That lip gloss was an arm and a leg. I can't believe that this lip gloss costs more than a foundation. It still boggles my mind. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was really fun for me to do and really look at this year because of the different approach that I had for my channel this year. So that is it, you guys. Let me know what your total amount of empties, if you do this, is. I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for a wonderful year. I'm hoping to get one more video up for you guys. I'm telling you, it was a struggle bus just to film this video. So I'm hoping that I can edit this video and not have a ton of cuts in there from me coughing and stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful new year and the rest of your time off before we hit the ground running in January, you guys. I am excited for next year to see what it is that it will bring, but I'm happy that I left this year with my last cold. Thank God. All right, guys. May God bless you always. I will catch you guys in the next one.